Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. Let's get into Basketball Wives. Let's go. Baby, we're gonna start out with Christian and Jen. Okay. So they sit down at the table and they get to talking about the wedding because it's gonna be in Vegas. They're gonna make it official. Lauren, who was on Christian's Live, who people were like, put her on the show, she's here. She was like, well, Jen, who are y'all gonna invite? Jen said everybody at the table except for Evelyn. Now, everybody at the table is Aunt Lauren, her husband, and their friend Armani. Armani is here on the end, and Armani is the one who hooked up Jen and Christian on his rooftop because he worked at their favorite restaurant, which is Nobu, right? So then they got to talking about how Evelyn was on a hot mic, how Evelyn talked about she's a good friend, even though she says things that she doesn't, that Jen may not want to hear. So, child, Lauren and Armani have gone back and forth with Evelyn on the internet. Okay. Armani said, you need to stop subbing and at who you talking about, because they knew that Evelyn was talking about Jen. So then Auntie responded to what Armani said and said Evelyn was full of you know what. Now, when she was on the live with Christian and Jen, this is what she was talking about. She said that Evelyn had messaged her back and said, pull up. This is when she was in LA and she stayed here. So so she could pull up, I'm guessing. Because she did say something about the fire. But she was like, I'm here. I'll pull up. Because what you're not going to do, you're not going to bully Jen. And you're going to keep my nephew's name out of your mouth. Or I'm going to pull it out of your throat. Now, we're over to Evelyn's house having a girls' night with the new girl, Denise, Brittany, and Brandy, right? So they're talking about how Evelyn is the person who probably got the little beef started with Ming and Brandy because Brandy said Ming was cute. And then they started talking about Jennifer. Evelyn was like, his aunt was like, she gonna pull up on me. That's not how, I don't think that's how it went, Evelyn. You said I'll be in LA waiting for you if you want to pull up. So all Auntie said that we saw, I didn't see all of it, but what I saw on the television was Auntie saying that you were just full of you know what. But you said I'll be in LA waiting for you if you want to pull up. And she said that's what she did. So after Evelyn has stated to Brandy that she is no longer fooling with Jen, especially after what she said about Shanice, then Brandy says, oh, I do know she's getting married in Vegas and she's getting married on your birthday. So why don't we make it a birthday trip since I'm going to the wedding anyway? Which is crazy. I don't know if Brandy is producing or she's just trying to be messy, because the fact that Jen is getting married on Evelyn's birthday, you're taking Evelyn to Vegas. You're going to have to split your time with Evelyn and Jen on Evelyn's birthday celebration. I just feel like this is missing. Child, so Jen has called Jackie and Ming on the phone to invite them to her wedding, along with Brandy. Ming lets her know that she was called on a FaceTime by Evelyn, and she was invited to Vegas on that same weekend to Evelyn's birthday. Jen is like, she's confused. Like, why would Brandy put together a girls' trip during her wedding? Even though it's Evelyn's birthday. You know, she says she won't be a part of those festivities. And Ming asked Jackie, was she going to do Evelyn's birthday? Jackie said, yes, I'm going to support all the girls. It's just messy. I don't know if it's just me, but let me know how you feel about this. Ming is throwing mixed signals. Like, what do you want, Ming? Do you want Ty, or do you just want to be Ty's friend? Because it's given, I want you to be my girlfriend, but I don't want to be your girlfriend. But I don't want you to talk to anybody, and I don't want anybody to talk to you because you're my girlfriend, but you're my friend. Like, girl, what do you want? Good Lord. Child, so the girls have made it to where they're going to go. They're about to get in the car. Brandy has separated the girls. So Brittany, Evelyn, and Ming are in the car together. Brandy, Denise, Ty, and Jackie are in a car together. Ming has a problem with that because she's like, why are we in a car together? Like I said, Ming, you need to pick a side because this storyline you got with this back and forth is really getting on my nerves. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Brandy or if it's Ming that's doing too much. So Brandy's in the car talking with Ty, and she's like, so Ming has a problem with me because I said something about her makeup. And they flash back to when they was in the car, and Ming said she didn't know how to do makeup. Brandy told her to go on TikTok and learn. Now, I don't think Brandy meant anything by that, but of course Ming is going to take it a certain way because she heard that Brandy said Ty was cute. Like, this situation with Ming and Brandy is stressful. What is Christian and Jen really doing? It's about a 4-hour drive from LA to Vegas. About 4 hours. But they've taken a PJ. And then you got people out here watching y'all on TV saying that y'all have taken their money. Allegedly. Let's keep going. So everybody has made it. Chantel was the last one. She's come in with her kids and her nanny. I like Chantel. She's not on the Mount Everest of Basketball Wives, but I like her as a rookie. I really like her. So the girls are getting ready to make food. Ming said she was going to cook tacos. They're talking about don't let Brandy cook. Like, she's throwing shots. Then Brandy's throwing shots, talking about her food could be like Jackie's Thanksgiving turkey. Then they talk about these seasonings. Ming brought seasonings, so Brandy's food will be good. Oh, my God. Then this happened. Brandy done took this the wrong way, talking about now you messing with my business. Like, what is your problem? Like, it's just a lot with Brandy and Ming. Like, they're going to really ruin this season for me. Ming was like, did you bring the seasonings? Brandy was like, no. She said, well, I told Ty to bring the seasonings. So I did you a favor. So after they have picked rooms, and hilariously, Brandy and Ming have a connecting room. So while Brandy in the refrigerator trying to make sure they got everything for the tacos, she lets the ladies know that she invited Jen over to the birthday house. Talk about she didn't want to be rude. Now everybody is looking at Brandy side-eyed because, first of all, Brandy, you talking about you don't want to be rude by not including Jen, but Jen only invited 3 people out of this whole group to her wedding. So it would not have been rude not to invite Jen since she did not invite all of the ladies. And you know Jen and Evelyn are having a problem, but you want to talk about, regardless, we have to have sisterhood. No. What are you really doing? Like, what is she really doing? Evelyn was like, it doesn't make sense. And now she's questioning Brandy for inviting Jen over to the birthday house for her birthday. And Brandy's talking about, I don't want to exclude her. I want to include her. Evelyn is not invited to the wedding. So should you invite Evelyn to her wedding as your +1? I don't think Jen would appreciate that. Right? And like Ming said, like, I'm cool with Jen, but I wouldn't invite her over here. Child, so this is a mess. And then she talking about, for some reason, Jen's text really touched her. All Jen said was, I'm so glad that you guys are coming to the wedding. Then she says, oh, do you want to come by the house and speak to the girls? Jen was like, I'll think about it. That's it. It wasn't anything touching. Like, oh my God, there's nobody else in the world here for me. And Christian's family are here. Maybe if I just had some friends. That was not the context of the text. Child, so Jen and Christian out here getting their wedding license officially. So Evelyn was correct. They're not married. They just had a ceremony. So now they're about to go to the chapel. So now all the girls are talking about Brandy inviting Jennifer. And I agree with Denise. Like, Evelyn can't even be positive right now for her birthday. She's got to be all wound up because she's stressed out that Jen is coming and she doesn't want to get into it with her. Because she knows that's exactly what will happen. Child, so Brandy in her room unpacking, right? She can hear everything that people are talking about. So she comes in the room. She's talking about how she is not shady. And if I was being shady, you would know I was being shady. Ming over here playing the violin. Ty trying to break him up. She yells at Ty, tells her to move out of the way. Y'all, this is a mess. I don't know what Brandy's doing. Now, Brandy has told everybody to get out of the house because the people said they feel uncomfortable about her inviting Jen over. And Jen crazy self is on her way over there. Then she gets into it with Chantel. Sweetheart, honey. Chantel says, don't sweetheart me. This ain't what you want over here. This is not it. Child, Brandy done told everybody to leave since they uncomfortable. Now, she done invited all these people over here with this mess and have told them to leave. It was good. Let's talk about it in the comments. Bye, y'all.